Oh, hi. Welcome to Gone Guy TV. Oh, today we're going to talk a little bit about cruising. As you know, Mrs. Gone Guy and I are going on a extended cruise here in a few days, and I've been sharing some of the lessons learned along the way. So today we're going to share the top 5 best places to cruise to and the 5 worst. These aren't my opinions, folks. This was an extensive survey conducted over, 5,232 questionnaires distributed at the Missouri State Fair. That sounds right to me. At any rate, first we'll do the 5 most favorite cruising grounds as dictated by these survey takers. Number 5, Northern Europe. Well, that makes sense. Sort of the foundation of most of the folks that live here all came from Northern Europe. It's where a lot of our heritage is. And quite frankly, it's a place you can go to and, for the most part, enjoy the food, enjoy the architecture. But then again, the weather does kind of suck during the winter months. But that was number 5. Number 4, this was a surprise to me, Hawaii. Hawaii was a surprise, not because it's not a beautiful destination, but primarily because cruising to Hawaii and around Hawaii, it's a long trip, about 16 days. 5 sea days to get there, 5 days to see all the islands, and 5 sea days to get back. And when you look at the most popular cruises, as listed on cruise.com, it's way down there, like number 20 or 25. So I think that's because there just aren't that many itineraries that include a cruise to Hawaii. But by and large, it is regarded as the number 4 most favorite place for cruisers to cruise to. Followed by the Mediterranean at number 3. Weather's always good, most of the time. Fantastic ports of call, easy to extend your vacation, both land and sea and rail. Marvelous location. And you're seeing all sorts of stuff to go see there while I talk. So hopefully you're not just looking at me right now. Number 2, Alaska. This one makes a lot of sense. First off, for most people that are starting off in the United States, it's an easy cruise to get onto. Even if you're on the East Coast, it's a relatively short flight to get to the West Coast, and you can leave from LA, you can leave from Seattle, you can leave from Vancouver, you can fly up to Nome, Alaska and reverse it, come back down. Fantastic glaciers, sea life, stunning topography, and for the most part, it's inland sailing. I should say cruising, not really sailing, cruising. So the weather really isn't all that bad for the boat ride, but it will be cold. I've been there. And even in July, you have a good chance of getting wet and cold. But then again, more than makes up for it by the fantastic topography, the views, the glaciers, and the ocean life. And they're cute little towns. A little bit touristy, but great little towns. Big boat parks, and more people get off than are residents of those towns. But it can be charming. Number 1 favorite cruising destination, the Caribbean or the Caribbean. No real surprise there. Sand, sun, perfect weather, glorious locations to go to. The downside is, well, not only is it the most sought after one, it is the most populated one. So you do run into some crowds, but sun, surf, beach, it's called paradise for a reason. So, based on our survey of 5,242 people, those are the 5 most favored places to cruise to. Now, the 5 least favorite places for cruise destinations. Number 5, Nassau, Bahamas. What? Bahamas? Isn't that like the Caribbean? Isn't that like, those beaches and sunsets and margaritas or daiquiris? I'm not sure which. Yeah. But when you park the boat there, you're in an industrial area. It's crowded. Everything is extraordinarily expensive. So, not so popular. Followed by Belize City in Belize. Belize is a gorgeous place. It's one of the top diving destinations for scuba divers. Scuba people dive, they don't drive. Top destination for scuba divers. However, again, where the boat parks, not so much. Country is stunning. Belize City, kind of like a refinery. And number 3, Ensenada, Mexico. I absolutely thought this would be at the bottom of the list. I went to Ensenada first when I was a teenager, I think, and it was grimy and touristy and quasi-dangerous then. Now, I think the only thing they've done is paved the roads better. And again, when the boat parks, it's just not a pleasant location. And then you can drive 20 miles. I think there's one natural thing of interest to look at. It's a blowhole. Yeah, you see it and water comes out of it, and there you go. The rest of the town, think of a tourist trap, a dangerous tourist trap. Again, that's what they said in the survey. Followed that at number 2, least favorite, Progreso, Mexico. And I hate to repeat the theme, the surrounding area can be quite nice, but where the boat parks, not so nice. Again, heavy industrial area. An excursion starts at 4 hours just to get where you want the shore excursion to start. You go a long way, and then you go to see much, and then you got to come right back, because none of these cruise ships stay in either Ensenada or Progreso very long. They're only there to fulfill the requirements of stopping at a foreign port. That can be a different topic for a different video, but that's why they do it. The number 1 least favorite place for cruisers, Freeport, Bahamas. You might as well just park in San Pedro Bay in Los Angeles. It's crowded, it's industrial, it's touristy. There's just nothing nice about it. And, quite frankly, crime is rising very quickly down there. A lot of nasty stories about bad things happening to non-wary cruisers going ashore and, not treated too nicely. So anyway, there you have it. The top 5 best and most look forward to cruising locations and the 5 least liked. So there you go. This is Gone Guy. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. Back to my book. Huh, I didn't know that.